Real on Twitch. I think Real, he's a Twitcher. I saw him streaming some chess games. Hello, Real. You can jump on Discord if you want, Real. It's just it's gonna be just a chill chat, just a conversation, unless probably you are working. All right. Well, so yeah, I posted the teams here on the main overlay, as you can see, guys. Nice, no worries. So these are the teams we have got. So let's start maybe in the order players applied. Oh, let me open the Google Sheet. Yeah, I can share the screen on Google Chrome if I can do that. Score. Oh, I need to change scene. There you go. So yeah, so the first to apply for the tournament was Real THF. So he's from the US and his elo is 1100, and he's backseated by Jade. Then we've got Zakalil, who's I think he was a winner of the previous tournament, Golden Bow Cup. And he's backseated by Happy the Andy. Then we have Sira Zaika from Russia, backseated by Ola Dushek. Ola Dushek has been playing with us, I think, in almost all tournaments we have done so far. Then we have a new entry, Marathon. He's from India originally, but now he lives in the UK. He's 1,000 elo, and he's backseated by freaking Andy. So that's gonna be very interesting. And you know, guys, that we will jump into the voice channels to listen to you.
Mm-hmm.
That would be very interesting for us to listen to the strategies. And then we have Kai with Benito. Then Chedda from the US. He's a new entry in Hermetica server, backseated by Noah, 1900 elo. And then we've got another Twitch streamer, Sander Roshi from Germany, backseated by Faultier, 321, 1700 elo. And then a nice guy, a Jetty, he's from Greece. I was struggling to get in contact with him because he was never replying to my messages. And he's backseated by Kamigawa. He's an Italian guy who now lives in Germany. He's probably the second highest backseater after freaking Andy. He's 2,230 elo. So these are the teams, guys, that I made. I was just trying to find a perfect balance. I think everybody has a chance. It's gonna be probably really hard for Ajeti because he's like 800, but they were really committed, and they said that they will do everything to win the tournament. So yeah, we have one player, Kai and Jade. What do you think about these players? I know you are involved. But yeah, maybe you can share your thoughts, your true, genuine thoughts about this.
I'd say everyone seems solid. I've checked their AOE2 insights and stuff just to see APMs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I know APM's not like the biggest thing in the game, like, but I just like to always see like the minimum and the peak APMs that they have, just to see how fast they are and stuff. And I think everyone in this tournament's pretty solid.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Jade, are you still there with us?
Yeah. I think as far as
Mm-hmm.
players themselves go, I'm a lot more familiar with most of the backseaters,
Yep.
but I think the biggest difference or the most advantage that teams are going to have is how fast the players are. I think
Mm-hmm.
regardless of what their elo is, if they have a higher APM than another player with a lower APM, they're just going to be at far more of an advantage just because they're going to be able to keep up with like the instructions or the game plan their backseater is giving them.
So yeah, I'm really curious to to see how much difference can make a coach, a backseater, uh, compared, yeah, to the player, um, to the player actual game level. Uh, but yeah, we will find out. We have already 3 games scheduled, guys, for this Saturday and Sunday. So one game will be starting on Saturday, and other 2 games on Sunday. We will stream them here on Twitch. By the way, thanks for following us, Jessica. Hello. Uh, yeah, Jessica, she's another streamer. So Real is saying that Yes Master and the Sands of Sloth are the favorite.
Oh, nice.
So Sandrushi and Marathon. Yeah, we have freaking Andy. But yeah, let's see, guys. Let's see. I think is what we can really do next is to look at the maps. Those maps, they are my favorite. I really like that kind of structure. We will see them in details. Um, because yeah, we got them made by Pwner of Souls. He's the creator of the mod Empire Craft, which we have been playing for like a year now. And I don't know, Pwner, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. So, well, first of all, really, man, thanks a lot for making the maps. Um, I think this is a very unique and original feature for a tournament because, yeah, in the past we played on somebody else's maps. I think the first tournaments they were on the like the game maps. Then for the Golden Bow Cup, we used some like maps made by what's the name of that guy who make maps? Famous one.
Not Zendesk, is it?
How do you say?
Is that
Kranitsi? Something like that.
Oh, Knizia?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We played on those maps, but
Krazy.
now, yeah, yeah. I don't know how to say that name.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
my god.
Krazini. He's been around for a long time.
Yeah, yeah. I think he make the Red Bull. Did he make something on the Red Bull? Was he the organizer? Probably
Uh,
the last one, the last Red Bull in Spain.
I think so. He's on the Forgotten Empires team,
Oh,
so
easy.
yeah, he's pretty involved with behind the scenes and tournament organization.
Okay, let me check. What was the name of the last Red Bull? Oh, El Reinaldo. El Reinaldo. Pa, pa, pa. I cannot find his name, but yeah, maybe he's somewhere. Never mind. So yeah, going back to the maps. So we had a Pwner of Souls who made them. Maybe Pwner, you can just tell us about your mod first. I know you made that mod, Empirecraft, and which I really love it. I wish the Age of Empires could be based on that kind of game style. Yeah, oh yeah, sure, Jade. I'm gonna raise the volume. Is it any better? Jade, if you are listening to my Twitch audio.
Yeah, it's a little better.
Yeah, that's the max I can put. Yeah, Pwner of Souls. Are you still with us?
Yep, I'm here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess I'll talk a little bit about the mod and then the maps and kind of what led me to make them a certain way. I played a lot of StarCraft as well as Age of Empires and a lot of RTS games in general. But one of the things that really I liked about the latter in the StarCraft was that all the maps are a balanced map. So they give you equal footing with your opponent when you're playing. So all the distribution of your resources are identical, so that there's no advantage to your spawn versus your opponent, like in a typical Age of Empires map where it's a procedurally generated map. So I decided to make them this way for balance purposes, and because I wanted to try different things in the maps, aside from just how the resources are distributed to the player, but then also how the balance of water is distributed on the map, and choke points and places where you could wall easily or not, or be more vulnerable. I also, a lot of these maps have like corners to them where I would put a neutral market. So that's one feature I didn't leave in these because I didn't want to make it crash, because that sometimes can happen outside of the data mod that I specifically designed. But that's a big part of it, is just having the balance, having built-in strategic points for the players to kind of get used to, and already get to kind of pre-plan their strategies going into a match, which I think is helpful for the game. A lot of Age of Empires, players have to think on their feet constantly because you generate a map, and so you're trying to figure out, okay, where's my gold, where's my stone, and that I feel like sometimes can kind of play against your, okay, how do I position my base? Where do I put my defensive structures? Having the pre-made map already kind of gives you those tools to say, okay, I know where things are, I know where there's strategic points, and then you kind of begin with your strategy immediately on where you want to put things and what you want to start doing immediately. So I'm hoping that comes out in the tournament here, where people can have a look at the map ahead of time, kind of plan their strategies in advance on what they want to do. Do they want to be a more gold heavy focused strategy? Where do they want to place certain things like that. So I can't wait to see these players execute some of these strategies in these games and play on the maps. I'm excited for it.
I'm actually running one of your map for the Empirecraft. I don't know if you are like watching the Twitch screen. So this is one of my favorite map. So as you mentioned, there are neutral markets in every corner for the 4 players. So this is a 4v4 map. This is a custom map. So if you guys wanna play, you need to download the mod and then go to custom scenario and then select the map. And so you can play 4v4. Then you can choose if it's free for all or 2v2 or yeah, stuff like that. And as you can see, there are lots of resources. like here you have a deer, and then all the structure of the game is just completely very different.
Hello.
Hello. Hi there. Oh, hi, McAfee. So yeah, I was saying, yeah, you have only one age, right, Pwner?
Yep. Yeah, so in the mod itself, there's only one age. So there's no need to age up. You just build buildings, and that will unlock your tech tree as you go along. And the structures are totally different. So all the bonuses for civilizations completely changed. Structures are different. There's only currently about 8 civs in the mod, and they're all very different. So each one is just regional differences. Another thing that was interesting about getting ready for the tournament is that in the mod, I only give each player one gold pad by their base. And once that runs out, you're out of gold, so then you have to go and trade. So to make the maps viable for this tournament, I had to go back in and kind of make them more, accurate to Age of Empires. Like I had to add in starting boar, make the gold more numerous on the maps and stuff, and take out a lot of the deer. Because in the maps, I provide a lot of deer, so you can really go crazy on food in your early feudal and dark age eco. So that's one thing that I had to heavily modify to get ready for the tournament.
Nice. So yeah, maybe we can go and look like the first map, which is like caves. And let me first of all show the handbook, guys. So we can go into the tournament handbook, which is on our Discord. So yeah, if you're not on our Discord, just click in the link in the description. Let me share with you the handbook. There you go. Okay. Kai, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
still here. I
Okay.
was just eating.
Yeah, okay. No, sorry.
It's
Okay.
fine, man.
No, take your time, no worries. Okay, guys, so this tournament. Okay, let's see the tournament format first of all. You can look at the screen here on Twitch if you're not watching. This is a double elimination format. Starting this week and probably will be ending in the first week of January with one match per week. So first round, we have all players. They will play on a best of 3. If the team wins, those players can go to round 2. If and the losing player has a second chance going to the lower bracket round 1, so they can try to come back to the final through the lower bracket. So basically, players have one chance in round 1. If they lose, they have second chance, and then if they lose, the second game is just over. So in the first game, maybe people will be a bit stressed out. I don't know. We will see. But then they have a second chance. And so yes, going back to the handbook, first game is played on caves. This is the standard map for all games in the tournament. So whoever reached the round 2, semi-final and final, they will go through this map, caves, which we will look very soon. Very interesting map. I like the design. I don't know how playable is it. I tried it. I enjoyed that. And then there are 2 maps available for to choose for the loser of game 1, which is Watering Holes. This map here. This is a super nice map. We will take a look later, or they can choose Valley. Then for game 3, if it's 1-1, players will play on Jungle Fortress. So let's go back to the map. To the first map, which is Caves. I'm gonna start a game against the AI so we can take a look. Unless you guys wanna try to do, I don't know, a quick 1v1. Maybe it's
Nah, just
takes
show
two-
it off on like
yeah,
all
maybe.
visible.
Maybe it takes too much time. And that's it also, guys. If you are gonna play this tournament, you don't need really to touch anything here in the game settings because the victory is set for conquest. Is that correct, Pwner?
Yeah, as far as I know, it should be a conquest only
Okay.
game mode.
Yeah.
Should be no
fi-
wonder victory or relic available. Yeah.
Yeah, finger crossed. And then you don't really need to touch anything. Maybe just make sure that record game is on. Yeah, hi,
And
hello,
it-
Marathon. Yeah,
And
sorry.
maybe that cheats are turned off.
Of course, yes, guys. Don't forget to turn off allowed cheats. Those cheats are not really allowed in the tournament at all. What is allowed is everything like a Lemming or whatever you want to play. That's allowed. There are no limits in the game style.
Well, I've looked through the maps, and the maps are so large. Players
They are.
start so far apart. I don't think laming's going to be much of a.
Oh yeah.
It shouldn't be a problem. So, for example, so this is cave. It's a very long map indeed. Yeah, but I don't know. Let's see, because you have 3 boards actually. I mean, of course, I hope players, they will take this board first, the one closer to the center. But if you are distracted or maybe you don't know how to play, I don't know, maybe you can be lamed. But there are some wolves here, so I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, I think even without the walls, just how far that is, like you'd have to be microing and doing a house trick all the way.
Yeah, so we don't expect a laming then. Yeah.
No.
Hi, Benito.
You'd probably end up putting yourself out if you tried to lame. I mean, your eco would be a disaster if you tried to lame on this.
Yeah.
I still think there could be room for aggression though, for like aggressive plays, but it's more fast castle. I don't see feudal being an option on this map in particular. Maybe there is one map where I feel like feudal could work, but yeah.
I mean, I can show you if I send a scout to the enemy base, it's gonna just follow a straight line here. So I don't know. Could it be still feasible for a scout rush?
I don't think so.
No, because of the walling potential. It's I've looked at this map in particular. You only need three lots of walls to fully wall.
Yeah.
In the right spots, and you walled, which will be super easy.
Yeah.
I think just with this map pool in general, players start far enough apart, and it's so easy to wall. Most every map, I think there's one or two where it's a little harder to wall. That feudal aggression isn't going to be much of a factor.
Yeah, a lot of them are designed to be more late game. You have easier access to gold. You've got like an extra boar on some maps, so yeah, I feel like a lot of the early aggression stuff, you can probably survive it if you know what you're doing.
Yes, you can see there are 1, 2, and 3 spaces that you can easily walled off. And then who knows what happens. There are 6 relics. 1 here, 1 here, 1 outside the cave, and the same, yeah, for the other side. There are some resources here for a very late game. Maybe players will try to castle drop the opponent next to some resources, possibly here. This is really nice spot for a TC here as well. Maybe you can place a castle here and build a TC here. So yeah, this is for the first map. All players will play on this map. Any questions, guys, on Cave? Or something that you want to add? Hello?
Hey man, not really. I don't see.
Okay.
I mean, there are a lot of like say different styles of play you could do on this map. Like you could do like FC, maybe aggressive, like early castle age, maybe like fast imp. I don't know, forward castle. There's options. But I quite like it because these type of maps go against my strengths because I'm like an aggressive type of player. So I think it'll help me learning to adapt to another type of strategy. Will be good for me as a player to learn. So I'm looking forward to it, and just to see how I match up on this. I am a bit scared of the backseaters who are backseating them. So yeah.
Yeah, you have Benito, Super Benito Burrito, so I'm sure he will help you a lot.
He's also a very aggressive player.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why I kind of chose him, and then I looked at the maps and I was like, oh, this ain't gonna work too well for us. But I'm guessing we can adapt. I'm guessing we're still gonna be aggressive, but in a different kind of a way. Like not super aggressive, not like any feudal plays. It'll be more maybe FCs, fast imps. But I'm not gonna give too much away because I bet there's some people listening and thinking, ooh.
Sure.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, it'll be fun.
Yeah. I truly look forward. All right, then let's go to game 2. Let's go to game 2. Okay, I can show you.
Just in case you call me for anything, Hypnos, I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Yeah, no worries. I have Jade here and Pwner backseating me in this on this stream, Twitch stream. Okay, so guys, game 2 can be played either on watering holes or valley. So let's take a look at those maps. Custom scenario. We can check maybe watering hole first. So you click on load scenario, and that's it. And everything should be set up automatically. So you don't really need to waste time. There are no drafts, which I don't like them. I know maybe I am a noob, but yeah, I like to have like easy tournaments to set up for players. That's what that is what I have in mind when I think about tournaments. I know the drafts for civilizations or maps they can be interesting. I did that on the hyper random tournament. We used a cool preset, but still I feel like having to rely on a third on other platforms is just a waste of time. I'm still waiting for the developers to build like in-game features for tournament hosts, so like we could actually organize tournaments in the game without going to other websites or Discord or stuff like that. I know you can do that on a Rocket League. So yeah, I wonder if they can do that the same here on Age of Empires. I think we should need. I think we need some big updates from an interface point of view. What's your thought about that, Jade and Pwner? Maybe you disagree with me, which is.
I'm not paid enough to make those decisions.
Okay. Yeah, I like to fantasize about Age of Empires improvements, like adding direct links to Discord, or like being able to maybe to chat to the players after a game, even to do a quicker rematch and stuff like that. I mean, there are some ideas I have, but yeah. Anyway,
For people playing custom games, I feel like the game is hamstrung because it doesn't have that currently supported. I mean, there's so many times where you want to be able to contact people afterwards, and unless they joined your Discord, you can't find them easily again and say, hey, I want to play again or do something. It's having a better in-game client or one that automatically connected to Discord would be huge for Age of Empires. I think it'd be a great feature.
yeah, that's why actually 4 years ago I opened Hermetica server, because there wasn't really any place where to hang out with other players, and still today we just spam invites in the main chat in the lobby just to try to bring some people in. Otherwise, it's really hard. Yes, indeed, to connect with other players. Okay, so let's go and see that map, which is, oh yes, Watering Hole. Watering Hole is the second option for game 2. Yes. Oh, okay, this is probably my favorite. This is my favorite just because I like the late game style. So, Pwner, this is a kind of Michi map, but not really, because so there is a lake which is not which you cannot cross at all, it seems like, but if you send a scout, no one can really go through. You have to transport the units with a ship, or you either cut through the small forest here, just on the edge of the small lake.
Yeah.
So, guys,
Correct.
and there are those nice roads which bring to other maps or to other worlds, who knows. And we have pyramids, which are just useless, but yeah, we like them. Oh,
Yeah, adds a little.
Yeah, sorry, Pwner.
Just pyramids add a little bit of flair. Yeah, this one's fun because you had me modify this a little bit for the Hermetica tournament. So in Empirecraft, this one is more of like an Arabia style thing where you're definitely a lot closer.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like this more of like a late game style, Michi-esque. You can still do some shenanigans in the middle should you choose, so you can't get too comfortable either. Which I do like. And yeah, this one's pretty cool because I anticipate there being some stuff going on in the middle here, whether it's water, people want to try to get an early water lead of some kind, or if they just want to boom and then cut trees with trebuchets later.
Wow.
A lot of possibilities because the water is so limited. Like you could try to go big in the water early, but then there's plenty of room in the land to expand into. if you really want to boom hard in this one. So yeah, really excited to see what players decide to do, with everything considered here, and if there's going to be a lot of early water aggression or what happens. So
Yeah, all maps of this tournament, which are 6 maps, they have like a standard close range settings, meaning like you have berries, the deer. Usually you have elephants or boar, stone, gold, but be careful you don't have straggler trees, guys. So no straggler trees for you on this tournament. And then yes, as you said, players can actually try to do something sneaky, or they can wait late castle age, or imperial age. They can try to cut through. If you have Khmer, you can go in a castle age with ballistar elephant. Is that correct?
yeah, I think you'd be able to cut pretty fast. So
Yeah.
I'm sure if it goes Kemer, you'd have some sneaky options early.
Yeah, you could do like an FC chop and then 2 stable knights. Just damage the eco, but
Don't forget that the losing player of game 1 who has chosen this map, he has or she has 2 bans,
Yeah.
2 Civ bans. So yeah, the opponent might be banned. I don't know, maybe Khmer, or what else? What would be a powerful civilization on this map?
I think a lot of civs could be powerful in general. Because even if you did like an FC and you wanted to chop, like if the opponent who you were doing the FC chopping against, like just literally walled from the middle bit, so the water line around the trees to the cliff, it's not too big of a wall, but it literally just, if you did that on both sides, like you would be full walled anyway. So so then they would have to use the transport. So. Oh, well, they wouldn't have to, but I mean, they would have to either bring some extra siege or something to destroy the wall. But I mean, it could delay someone if they were trying to be aggressive. But yeah, any safe with good fishing bonuses could be good. Or hunt bonuses as well.
One thing I think we should bring up is with all the maps in this tournament, they're only set up for colors 1 and 2. If you try to generate them with any other color, the maps break. So.
Have you tried that?
Oh yeah, load up this map with like colors 3 and 4 and just see what you can generate.
So
so click the color. Yeah, he's absolutely correct. If you try to spawn in, it will not work correctly.
Oh wow.
So set the reveal map to all visible and just start it up and
That's quite interesting.
Oh look! Oh my God! Look at that! Oh Jesus! Okay, so we need to make sure that you guys don't touch the colors, right?
Right. So
yeah.
So that
Jade.
means that only colors 1 and 2 can be used, but they also will only spawn in one place. So with every map, color 1 spawns in the same spot every time.
Yeah.
And color 2 spawns in the same spot every time. Now, from what I understand, the maps are perfectly symmetrical. So
yeah, they are. They are, indeed.
Air quotes, nearly perfectly symmetrical. So.
Yes. But if like a team practices only in color 1 and they end up getting color 2 for a set, they could be completely thrown off. So
sorry, Jade, what do you mean with that? I didn't get it.
So like let's say for Watering Hole, if you practice over and over as player 1 and you spawn like on the bottom half of the map, you know where all your resources are, you know you have to go north to middle.
Yeah.
But then you end up being player 2. That could just throw you off with, even though the maps are balanced, your resources are flipped around from where you normally expect them.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Normally in Empire Craft, I play with a explored map to try to help with that issue. I don't know if you guys want to do that for the tournament, but that's typically why I set it to that, so people can see their resource distribution too. But you can also switch it. I mean, you can have player 1 be red and player 2 be blue. As long as there's a red and a blue player, the map should work fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think the map exploration is fine on standard. Just with the maps being consistent and symmetrical, then it doesn't make that much of a difference.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if there were any variation, I'd say maybe explored would be better.
Yeah, thanks for bringing that to the table, Jade. I will make sure that the handbook will be updated, and maybe we will remind the players, do not touch the colors. Otherwise, you need to restart the game. So, and okay, second option for game 2 is ballet. Let's go and see this map. Oh yes, lovely map. I love these maps, kind of maps. Truly love them.
This is very much a throwback to StarCraft style maps where your main base is on a cliff typically in StarCraft, so you have minimal amount of walling that's required to get yourself full walled in for early defense. And then from there, it kind of opens up into a very open style map, and you have a lot more room to poke or to try to boom out into or try to shut down your opponent. So I anticipate like people having a pretty solid base, but then lots of things can occur in and around the base, and then on top of that, you have a lot of elevation points too. So that gives hopefully the defending player some interesting places they can try to set up to have hill advantage in different locations as they fight. So
yeah, and also there is this lake, long narrow lake with tons of fish. So is it worth it placing docks? Because I don't think the villagers can actually collect these big tiles. I think they need fish ships. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So villagers can collect, and I'd say it's absolutely worth placing a dock just because there's so many fish here.
Mm-hmm. So this is could it be a fake late game? Because
I don't think so.
Mhm.
I think
Mhm.
it's easy enough to wall up your main base that it's going to go late game regardless of if you go for the water or not. I just think whoever gets the water is going to have a bigger advantage.
Mm.
yeah, I'd agree with that. That's a lot of the philosophy of Empirecraft. It's rewarding players for map control, and that's a big part of the design philosophy. Is if you can get out into the middle and get control of the resources, you can do better. Same kind of philosophy with caves. It's a lot of narrow choke points. So if you can get there first, defend it, wall it off, then you get to reap the rewards of being out there and being aggressive.
Also,
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
I was just going to say, how would you open up on this map then? Would you go like fast feudal into scouts or something just to get map control? Because it would be a fight for the fish, wouldn't it, to get early feudal if the people wanted to go for fish in general.
I don't think that'd be a bad way to go, because then you could generate a lot more food to cover the cost of all your scouts going so aggressively. Seems like a pretty viable strategy.
Yeah. Let's see. And also, we placed the relics on near the shore of the lake. If someone wants to grab them, there are 3 relics on each side of the lake towards towards every player base. I like this kind of disposition. So yeah. And what would be the criteria for the loser of game 1 to choose this map instead of watering holes, the previous one we saw? I think Maybe this could be more like a early aggression compared to the late game for the other one.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
this map's a lot more open
Hmm.
than Watering Hole. Watering Hole is forcibly a closed map. It just revolves around the water in the middle. This one, it still has a heavy emphasis on the water in the middle, but it leaves a lot more area to expand or to run around and harass your opponent.
Hmm. Yeah, indeed, I wanted to give two choices to the loser of game one, a more open, kind of more open, and a more closed map. Any other mm any other stuff you would like to add, guys, or we can just move to game three?
I'm good to jump into game 3. I gotta take off pretty soon, so
Oh yeah,
be happy
sorry.
to.
Yeah, of course. So yeah, game three is Jungle Fortress. Let's go and see that map. Oh yeah, I mean, partner, anytime you wanna go, just go. Don't worry. I still have Jade and Kai with me.
I'm also gonna jump off here soon, but I
Oh,
can
everybody's leaving me now.
cover this map.
Outrageous.
Sorry, I have to get to class.
Outrageous.
So I
Okay.
have school, man. It's
Oh
kind of
wow.
important.
Of course, man. I thought Age of Empires was more important.
It is. But
Okay.
unfortunately,
Yeah,
school is more important than the more
that's true.
important stuff.
True. Okay, Jungle Fortress. Where is it? Here.
I think it's the second one.
Oh yeah,
Right
this
under-
map, just like all the other maps, don't touch the colors.
Yeah.
It breaks everything. So
Okay, lovely map. With stone walls for both players, 3 gates, lots of forest, which is like open with a tunnel, big one, and a small, longer one. And that's the only direct way to attack the opponent, unless you cut through here at the back of the base. You have lots of berries here, 2 jaguars, and then you go at the back of your opponent. And also, if this space is not enough for a late game, if you want, if you have time, you can cut through here and have more space to expand your empire and grab some resources. Yeah, I like this map, Pwner.
Yeah,
Really like
I
it.
definitely. It's gonna offer some interesting choices here. I have a feeling. You're far enough from your opponent where and because you start closed, it kind of disables any early aggression. But you definitely have some choices for later on as the game goes. To try to go into the back of their base and do different things. And once again, I think this one's going to be heavily dependent on players that try to grab a lot of map advantage. There's a lot of gold kind of in the middle of the map there for them to be able to grab onto if they want to try to lock their opponent out of different options for that. So, yeah, just excited to see what people do on this one. I anticipate these games are going to be a little bit longer on this map, and then also with the ability to break out at the top. If they really, really are equally balanced and they decide to chop at the top there, it could go pretty long. But yeah, excited to see what people do with it.
Yeah. Which are the best civilizations for this map, Jade,
Um,
in your opinion?
well, I'm looking at the map, and it very heavily relies on these closed choke points to do all the fighting in. So I'm thinking civilizations that have good siege would be pretty viable, but also civilizations that can boom. When you start with stone walls, it could be a very arena-esque playstyle where players just boom. So I think having good siege and having a decent boom are really good options here. So something like Slavs could be a decent choice here. Saracens could be a decent choice. Ethiopians could work.
Mm-hmm.
But I still think there's plenty of variety here. Maybe Celts could be used just to try and chop through the wood faster. So there's still a lot of different options that players can go for.
And there are no bans for game 3, so except there no repeat, so you cannot use the civilizations which were used in game 1 and game 2. I hope that is clear. If that is not clear, just let me know. I'll make the handbook more clear, but yeah. So it's free pick and no repeat. And yeah, that's it, I guess, from this map. It's gonna be game 3, so yeah.
Impero, salve, impero.
Let's see
Yeah,
what
I think
will happen.
just with how
Look forward
thick the woodlines are, it's going to be difficult to actually chop through until Imperial Age.
Yeah. I mean, if you cut through here very early on, maybe in a late castle, you can place a tower or a castle here, but I'm not sure if it's worth it. Maybe not, because you still are like you have at the other side to protect anyway. So yeah, it depends on the players and backseaters. Yeah. Anything else you wanna add, guys? Or
I was just gonna say the top of the map you have to chop through, right, to get to the top.
yes,
didn't-
I mean yeah.
yeah.
In case you, yeah,
If you want to get to them resources, you need to go chop through it, right?
yeah. I mean, I believe you will have plenty of resources, but if it's like a 4 hours game, yeah, maybe you can start cutting through here and grab a relic here and a relic here. So there are only 2 available relics close to each player, and the other 2 are just beyond beyond the wood line. Yeah, a real THF says Celts to chop through faster.
Yeah, Celts could be a good pick. They chop wood quickly. They have some of the best siege in the game.
Oh, do they? Where is the sieve? Oh, I cannot check the sieve. Oh, yes, I can. Celts, lumberjacks work 15% faster. Indeed. Interesting. Yeah, you might choose Celts actually. Oh, guys, I really look forward to see players playing on this map. All right. If you guys need to leave, just go, guys. Don't worry.
Yeah, I do need to be
Yeah.
heading off.
But yeah, thanks, Jade. I really appreciated your help and presence here.
Yep, happy to be here. Well, we'll see you later.
Yeah, good luck with your team.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll see you around then. Okay, guys. So those were the 1, 2, 3, 4, the main 4 maps that we will see on this tournament. Because the other 2 maps are only available for the semi-final and the final. So whoever reached the semi-final for the upper level, upper brackets, and the lower brackets is going to be best of 5. Same thing for the 2 finals, upper and lower. It's going to be best of 5. And the best of 5, we have game 1, 2, and 3, the same as for the previous ones. And then for game 4, we have the 2 hills. This is the less favorite map. I have to be honest. but that's just my personal taste. And then we have a land bridge, and I really like this one. Jay, we got me to a 2. Yeah, let's see real. I'm not. I. It's hard to say who will reach the semi-final. Honestly, I don't know. Maybe freaking Andy knows something more about everybody else. Let's see. Freaking Andy is backsitting marathon. So is marathon the lucky guy? Who knows? It's not really. Yeah. So last year we had Sito backsitting Big Chief, and they didn't reach the final. I think. Let me see. Just keep forgetting names. Let me see. So last year, it was more than a year ago, actually. Oh, so the winners were Owen, who was backseated by... Where is it, Owen? Oh, Nos Zombie. Okay. And Lemmy was the second finalist, which who was backseated by Monk. So yeah, we'll see. Right. So yeah, I can show you the map for game 4 of a best of 3. Right. Just give me a second. Give me a second. So we said the 2 hills map. Load scenario, reveal map, all visible. Let's go. Yeah, so this is like a more close map with just a cliff dividing the 2 TCs. We have 1, 2, and so only 2 passages, which connects the players. Hello, Dr. Enurgad. Oh, you just followed me. I thought you were following us. So, yes, Kai, you there?
Yeah.
Right. So, what do you think about this map? It seems to me really a standard map. I don't, except for the size.
It looks interesting because of like there's 2 options. Well, there's 2 ways to go. You can go around the side, down one side, or you can go across the shallows and go around the wood. But it could be easy to wall the player if they were to wall, because I think they would only need not too many walls, but if they walled the side, firstly, it'd be hard for them to break through. But I can see a lot of early options on this map as well. Like even castle drops could be a good play on this map. Just because you're not too far from your opponent, really. Not too far of a walk.
But I just tried to click from my TC to the other opponent, and all the units are going towards the south.
Yeah, that's because you like when you are trying to get there faster, you just have to click in front of you, like not too much. You have to manually do it if you want to send like vills forward, but the scout went the right way. I mean, I don't see scout like feudal pressure being too good on this map, but I definitely think about the docks? Maybe people getting extra food, or even just FCing and dropping a castle forward. It could be
Yeah.
strong.
Yeah, I don't know if you're watching my stream, but it seems to be like easy to wall, like at least in front of the base, because you can just wall off this passage and this one. However, people can just go around on the other side if you have
Yeah,
scouts or
that's
knights.
and usually you don't really want to add walls until you kind of got certain stuff out. Like, so let's say you wanted to add a dock or go for fish, then you'd probably want the walls to be done later. But
Mhm.
yeah, there's different plays because sometimes walling can be a bad thing if you
Mhm.
don't do it at the right time.
Yeah, I mean, and you can like dock, make a dock and go fishing, or maybe you could even make galleys.
Hmm.
I wonder if you make galleys, they cannot go through. And you can wall off the edge, the edge of the lake. Sorry, the the shortest.
Yeah, but because it's so far
Shore.
away, like that's why I say castle play could be important as well because there is still quite a bit to wall.
Mm-hmm.
I
Imagine.
think that I was going to say them walls early on seem a bit greedy. I would
Yeah.
probably say like from the cliff to the tree line and then up to the tree line to tree line. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
kind of littlest wall as possible.
Mm-hmm.
But them forward ones would be the best. But the ones you said would be the best ones. But I feel like going for them straight away early is it's too greedy in the sense of like you want to expand slowly and not too fast because I know myself if you expand too fast you just get into a spot where you've got forward buildings that get taken down and then you're kind of in a bad spot.
Mm-hmm. I'm just imagining if you like place a castle here to control the water, and
Oh
then
yeah, castle there could be amazing
and
for
like
both sides.
the other guy places another castle here, they can literally shoot at each
Trap each
other,
other.
trapping
Yeah.
them. And maybe you make some galleons, bombard galleons, and
And
you
then what
take.
if someone just ignore and then you got to think if someone just ignores that whole idea and just goes round the side.
Oh yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Because if you get the water, I think the other person just has to play full land. I don't think water's too important because you look how much food's on this map. It's insane.
Yeah, I think you can ignore water completely.
Yeah.
In terms of relics, we have the 4 relics, 2 on each side.
Okay.
One here, and one here, and another one here. So 4 relics on this map only. Any questions or?
Not really.
All
I
right.
think we covered most of it.
So let's go to game 5. Game 5, which is once again only for the semi-final and final for those who will reach these games. So we said that the map is Land Bridge. Let's take a look. Let's go. Reveal map, all visible. Oh, love this map. So originally, I had this map in mind as first map of best of 3. So I was thinking to have this map as a starting map for the best of 3, but then I preferred the cave because it was like visually more interesting. But this one seems like I don't know. It could be like a feudal aggression for sure. It's still a large map, but you can send your scouts, I think, very easily. It's not that easy to wall off. I mean, you could, but there's a lot of space. And then you have those lakes on the side of the map. So, and the center is full of gold and deer. Boars, I think, are everywhere. Yeah. And then you have one relic inside the lake, another one into the other one, and then two relics here and another one here. Same for the other side, here and here. So, what do you think about this map, Kai?
Yeah, I think it's pretty good, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
I quite like this map as well.
It seems like a standard map compared to the other ones. More like
Yeah,
a
it seems like
normal one.
the most open map. Obviously, again, there is easy walls, but I still feel like there's more room for potential for like a bit more aggression on this map. There's a lot of deer in the middle also.
Yeah. And yeah, there is some gold in the corner if you wanna mine in peace. Yeah, I think we covered a lot. I don't know if you...
Is there penguins on this map? I think there was. I think there's
Oh.
penguins, isn't there?
Oh, let me see. Penguins?
I think there is one of the maps. I'm sure there was a penguin on one of the maps.
Oh, I remember the
I mean,
penguin, but I'm not sure if it's still there.
they're on the icebergs, if they were.
No, there are no penguins. I think we should have added them. I think I never seen
No.
penguins on Age of Empires.
I'm sure it was on one of the maps. I'm sure it might have been a different map, but I'm sure I've seen a penguin on one of the maps.
Yeah, what I would have done if I would have worked more on the aesthetics.
Yeah.
But yeah, because as I said, Pwner of Souls, he did a great work for us to make the maps. So I'm really grateful. I'm really grateful. So, but yeah, ideally speaking, I would probably have added a road maybe, like in the other map we saw earlier on, like some roads. But I still like
Oh,
it.
yeah.
I still like, and
Yeah.
maybe add more like strange animals or some like useless buildings. But I'm sure in the next tournament we will do that. If this tournament goes well, guys, and we have like all the players who are happy, and we got also some viewers, yeah, we can like improve the next tournament. Every tournament we do, we try to add something new because we learn from mistakes and we try to improve some areas, and so hopefully in a couple of years we will be able to host super professional tournaments. Let's see how it goes. But yeah, so far I think I'm really satisfied. Golden Bow Cup was really tough map because we had 3 leagues. That was really stressful. I think that was too much. This tournament seems to be more easy in terms of like timing and scheduling because there are only 8 players. It's a hybrid 1v1, so 8 playing players plus 8 backseaters or coaches. So it's I call it a hybrid 1v1. It could be 2v2, but yeah, the backseaters are just watching, and yeah, we had like 30 applicants, which I really I would like to thanks a lot. Unfortunately, we couldn't accommodate everyone because yeah, if we wanted to have a month tournament, the only option was to have only 8 players. Uh, Before releasing the tournament, I was even thinking to have 6 players only to make it even shorter. So maybe the third edition could be like on 6 players. And but yeah, let's see. Let's see. All right. So what time is it for me? Maybe we can play some games. Do you fancy playing some games?